Okay, guys, so first things first, let's acknowledge that Nick Saban's response to Maria Taylor, it wasn't good. Um, I think we understood, or some of us understood the point he was trying to make, but the delivery, especially the second half of what he was saying, definitely was wrong. And the main issue is, and it's okay to acknowledge that, because the main issue is that Saban was not directly addressing Taylor. Even though many in their, responses, typical media, got to find a way to spin a story and to, make something that lasts, gets the clicks generating and all that. They're making it seem as if Nick Saban was mad at Maria Taylor, or that he blew up specifically in reference to what Maria Taylor was saying, as if he had a problem with her. He doesn't, nor does he. And he acknowledged that he was wrong in his addressing of her, because he called back and apologized later that night. So that in itself tells you what's that about. But like I said, many are taking it as if he actually had a specific problem with Maria Taylor. Remember that the frustration of Nick Saban was mounting. The reason why he kind of erupted last night was because constantly since the national championship game, he's been getting question after question after question about the quarterback situation. When, in all honesty, if you paid attention to the game last night, you'll also see this. Quarterback is never, or was never, the big issue at all with his team. The real issue was replacing all those starters on defense and figuring out, can this team gel and get their communication together and learn how to play good as a defense. Because if you notice, there were at least 3 busted coverages last night, and overall their communication just seemed to be up and down, and they gave up plays when they shouldn't have. Lost contain on the quarterback, etc. That was a real issue, but constantly, the media and fans alike were talking about the quarterback situation. And he erupted, and I'm not making excuses for that, nor am I saying that that's okay, but that was the issue, not Maria Taylor. And so I just wanted to point that out. So, and here's the interesting about this whole quarterback, quote unquote, controversy, because it never really was a controversy to begin with. That was just made up. The media benefits either way on Nick Saban's responses. It's going to be news if he doesn't announce the starter, and it's going to be news if he does. And I'm going to explain why. If he doesn't announce the starter, that's going to create more now. This firestorm that's already happening, especially in light of the comments. The media is going to keep going, why doesn't he announce the starter? And fans are going to keep saying, yeah, we know it's Tua, or whatever that's going to be. People are going to be saying all that stuff. And that's going to be more and more reads and clicks for them on their articles online about quarterback controversy. It feeds itself. It's a never-ending cycle. So it's going to benefit them if he doesn't announce the starter, or the fact that he hasn't up to this point even still benefits them. And also going to be benefiting if he does for the media, because if he does, then that's going to allow all these pundits and TV talk show hosts and all these armchair quarterbacks to come out and say, see, we knew it from the beginning. Provided that he announces Tua, of course, after the game. If he announces that Tua is the starting quarterback, they're going to be like, yeah, we knew it this whole time. Tua was the starting quarterback. He should be circling back. He should have said something back in January. And it's going to be articles and TV pundits and shows all dedicated to how they were right this whole time and about how great Tua is. And it's going to be crazy. They're going to blow up Tua's head, all these expectations. And it's going to be unrealistic, and it's going to pump this team up unnecessarily, which is going to annoy Nick Saban, but it's going to generate views and attention for all the TV shows and articles that are going to be written about it. So either way, that's annoying. And if you know Nick Saban, you know that is going to anger him. And that's what happened. And here's the overarching thing about it all. This is why I tell you, this is why I called my video this. Don't tell Nick Saban what he has to do with his starting quarterback situation. He is not required to announce starters, nor has he ever really announced a starter during a QB competition. You can go back when A.J. McCarron and Phillip Sims battled for the quarterback position. Even after A.J. McCarron kind of pulled away, Nick Saban never really announced the starter. You can go back to Blake Sims and Jake Coker. Even after Blake and J. Cole kind of rotated a little bit and Blake kind of took the job, guess what? Nick Saban didn't announce a starter. You can go to the Jalen Hurts, Blake Barnett, Cooper Bateman situation. Well, actually, let's step back. Jake Coker versus Cooper Bateman. He still did not announce a starter, even after they continued to battle and up through the Ole Miss game where Jake kind of solidified his spot as the guy. He still didn't officially announce a starter. And of course, the next year with Jalen Hurts coming in and Blake Barnett, redshirt freshman, and Cooper Bateman, Jalen Hurts just kind of won over the team. But once again, Nick Saban never announced a starter. So why is it that this time the media had to make a big deal about it, when Alabama's never really had problems with Nick Saban announcing starting quarterbacks to begin with? It's because of the situation with the national championship and Jalen being a 2-year starter. It was a big story. It allowed for a lot of media hype. It allowed for the fans to get riled up, meaning that they're going to read every article about the story. Any article that says Alabama QB situation, fans are going to be all over it. College football is going to be all over it. They're going to generate a lot of money. And you're going to have what we have right now. So at the end of the day, Nick Saban is not required to tell you who his starting quarterback is going to be, so you all can benefit from media attention. But that's all I got to say. Don't tell Nick Saban what he has to do with this starting quarterback.